Alright, folks, get ready for some Emma Stone movie magic. Today, we're counting down the top 10 Emma Stone movies that you absolutely have to watch. From comedy to drama, Emma Stone has proven time and time again that she is a force to be reckoned with in Hollywood. So grab some popcorn, sit back, and let's dive into the wonderful world of Emma Stone. Starting off our list at number 10 is The Amazing Spider-Man. The Amazing Spider-Man franchise received an overall poor reception to the point where The Amazing Spider-Man 3 was cancelled, leaving tons of loose ends following The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Yet there's a lot to love about the first movie in the reboot series, such as Andrew Garfield's livelier and more excitable portrayal of Peter Parker. And the CGI is much more impressive than in director Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy, too. However, the true linchpin of The Amazing Spider-Man is the relationship between Garfield's Peter and Emma Stone's Gwen Stacy. The actors' chemistry elevated the movie and brought a sense of romanticism that was lacking in the previous Spider-Man films.
What are you doing here?
I'm nothing.
Do not get me in trouble. Don't touch anything.
Coming in at number 9 is Superbad. It's rare when an actor's first movie performance is such a substantial role, but Superbad, one of the most important comedies of the 2000s, was indeed Stone's film debut, and it gave her more exposure than she could have dreamed of. Superbad totally reinvented the genre. It's the most relatable 2000s coming-of-age movie, as it's a great depiction of teenagers growing up in that decade, and it was a massive box office hit, grossing $170 million worldwide. That's huge given that Superbad was a decade in the making, as producers didn't think the script fit the style of studio comedies.
Cry?
No, I just have something in both my eyes. I don't cry, that's funny.
You look like you're right.
At number 8, we have Zombieland. Zombieland already got a legacy sequel in 2019, Zombieland, Double Tap, and Zombieland 3 is on the cards too, but nothing will come close to the original. The movie is a perfect mix of comedy, action, horror, and even drama, as director Ruben Fleischer manages to make even a man eating a Twinkie emotionally resonating. Yet it's the camaraderie that Stone and her co-stars share, as they genuinely seem like a messed-up family, that really makes it stand out. It's hard to nail horror comedy, but Zombieland was the best in the genre since Shaun of the Dead, and there hasn't been one better since.
What do you think? Zombie kill of the week?
Next up at number 7 we have Birdman. Michael Keaton gave the performance of the decade in Birdman, or The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance, which is one of the most entertaining and ambitious art films of the 2010s. The movie is a satirical look at Hollywood actors, following a man who can't escape his connection to a superhero he played decades earlier. While Emma Stone's character is entirely fictional, brilliantly playing the man's recovering drug addict daughter, Keaton's character is somewhat based on real life, as he played Batman in the late 80s and early 90s. Edward Norton hilariously plays an exaggerated version of himself, too, as he's notoriously hard to work with.
We're great.
Oh, thank you. Your ass is great.
Dude, seriously?
Coming in at number 6 is The Help. To say The Help aged poorly would be a drastic understatement. In the years since the film debuted to largely positive reviews and 4 Academy Award nominations, criticisms of its white savior narrative have only gotten louder, voiced even by the movie's own stars. What's undeniable is the sheer amount of star power holding up the story, which follows black maids as they persevered during the height of the civil rights movement in 1963. Stone shares the screen with the likes of Viola Davis, Octavia Spencer, Cicely Tyson, Jessica Chastain, and more, while grounding the narrative as a journalist attempting to publish a book about the hardship of her town's black housekeepers. Though the premise revolving around her character is the crux of the movie's issues, Stone pulls off a quietly impressive performance as a well-meaning and capable writer.
Boys, we'll be right back. Y'all talk about quarterbacks or something. You'll make it, Mr. Skeeter Coca-Cola. Yes, ma'am.
At number 5, we have Easy A. In this ode to John Hughes teen movies of the 80s, Stone plays Olive Pendergast, an anonymous non-entity who pretends to lose her virginity to a gay classmate at a party and quickly becomes the talk of the school, who mistake the sham sexcapade for the real thing. Rather than clear up the confusion, Olive chooses to embrace her newfound reputation by taking a page from the Scarlet Letter protagonist Hester Prynne and donning a red A on her chest. This was Stone's first lead role in a movie, and she makes the most of the opportunity, delivering a winning performance that balances her youthful innocence with her budding sexuality as she romances Penn Badgley while dodging the slings and arrows of Amanda Bynes. Not so easy, eh? But Stone makes it look that way with her natural talent and infectious charisma.
I gotta love, and I know that it's all mine.
Okay,
Right.
wait. So, are you going to see him again?
Next up at number 4 is Crazy Stupid Love. The actress radiates strength and confidence as Hannah, and I like how she rejects Jacob, Gosling's smooth-talking ladies' man, the first time he tries to pick her up, though I also can't blame her for giving him a second chance after her own boyfriend chooses to offer her a job rather than his hand in marriage. Naturally, Hannah's father finds out about her secret relationship with Jacob and forbids her from seeing him. A lot of fathers would likely do the same. The catch is that by the third act, Jacob has fallen in love with Hannah and is ready to change his ways. Again, Stone doesn't have to do too much heavy lifting here, but to give credit where it's due, she's the one who encourages Gosling to take his shirt off in this movie and expose his hot, photoshopped bod, for which a grateful nation thanks her.
No. I am sexy. I am R-rated sexy. Okay, I know what happens in the PG-13 version of Tonight, all right? I know.
Coming in at number 3 is The Favorite. Stone is an utter delight in this black comedy from director Yorgos Lanthimos, who she will soon re-team with on Searchlight's Poor Things. Here, she plays Abigail, one of Queen Anne's maids who helps the Queen, Olivia Colman, with her ailing legs and is taken into Her Majesty's confidence. One night, she witnesses her cousin Sarah, Rachel Wise, the Queen's most trusted advisor, having sex with the Queen, and sets out to seduce the Queen herself by any means necessary, and that includes clearing Sarah out of the picture. Naturally, Abigail's indecency is discovered, and she is reminded of her place in life. Stone displays a wicked sense of humor, and a fierce sense of loyalty as Abigail, who in her own words, is capable of much unpleasantness. You could certainly say that again, but at least Stone makes it a joy to watch.
Cannot have hot chocolate. Your stomach. The sugar inflames it.
Abigail, hand me that cup.
Do not.
I'm sorry. I do not know what to do.
At number 2, we have Poor Things. Stone's fourth collaboration with Yorgos Lanthimos might just yield her second Oscar statue. Stone plays Bella Baxter, a woman resurrected by an empathetic yet crazed scientist, Willem Dafoe. Yet Bella's brain isn't yet fully formed. Instead, her mind is replaced with that of her unborn infants, and so Bella's fast-paced coming-of-age coincides with her second chance at life. Good thing Bella sees no problem breaking social norms, and thus one of cinema's most iconic and beloved heroines is born. It's not an understatement to say that Poor Things may very well be Stone's career best performance. She portrays a fumbling, wordless infant and a 30-something capable woman all in the span of some 2 odd hours.
These two are fighting, and ideas are banging around in Bella's head and heart like lights in a storm.
Oh.
And finally, coming in at number 1 is La La Land. It's fortunate that Emma Watson turned down the role of Mia Dolan in La La Land. Otherwise, Emma Stone might not have won an Oscar. La La Land is a spectacularly shot musical about Hollywood, and it again sees Stone and Gosling on screen together with that unrivaled chemistry. Stone won an Academy Award for playing Mia, surely for her singing and dancing as much as her dramatic acting, which comes to a climax with her dramatic performance of Audition. Between the jazz score that has racked up millions of Spotify plays and the jaw-dropping choreography, La La Land is far and away the best musical movie released in years.
Any other requests? Girl in the front.
I ran.
I ran.
And there you have it, folks. The top 10 Emma Stone movies that you absolutely have to watch. Whether you're in the mood for comedy, drama, or romance, Emma Stone has a film for every taste. So grab some popcorn, queue up your favorite streaming service, and get ready to be entertained by the one and only Emma Stone.